welcome back to the channel. We last left you off where we went on our little trip, camping trip for the weekend for David's birthday, Drifting Dreamer's 5 daughter's birthday, Levi and Addie's last little hurrah before they left, Levi's granddaughter and his son. And man, it was such a great time. We were feeling refreshed and ready to go for the week, and that all changed in a matter of minutes. So to start the week off, we came home on Sunday, we came out, we took care of all the animals, made sure they all had water and food. Kylie, Anthony's niece, she did come by and check up on the animals on that morning, so they weren't too bad. We did go inside and we ended up just hanging out and relaxing for the rest of the day. Monday morning, we come out to do the morning chores. Anthony was feeding the chickens and I noticed that one was stuck over here in the corner and it was kind of barely moving, and I got a closer look and couldn't believe what I saw. When I first noticed, there was something moving right here and there was kind of like a chicken stomping on top of it and it was kind of twitching, and I got a closer look and I could tell that the chicken's wing was stuck in between the actual fence and the chicken wire that we have there. So Anthony and I, we untangled the chicken from the fence there and kind of see if it could stand up a little bit, and we can tell that it was very, very weak. So it had been sitting there anywhere between like Sunday afternoon and Monday morning. So I'm not sure how long it was there, but I could tell that it was very, very hungry and dehydrated. So we made sure it got some water and some food and nursed that thing back to health. And before we walked away, it was walking around and following the rest of the chickens. So we saw, I think it was super close to death, and we saved its life. So the little chicken that was wounded was this one right here, and that's that penguin looking one, and it's one of the last ones that was hatched. And it's way better than it was. It's moving around, as you guys can see. It's hanging out. I think it did actually kind of hurt its wing a little bit, because as you guys kind of get a good look, you can kind of see it's kind of favoring it a little bit off to the side. But I think that one's gonna make a full recovery and be its normal chicken self in no time. How Monday went for us. We ended up getting a good night's sleep. We made some big plans for Tuesday, so we went to bed a little early to make sure that we could get up on time. So we come out here on Tuesday morning, guys, and we loaded up the trailer. We hooked it up to the back of Anthony's truck. It is full of trash, so we wanted to take that to the dump. And we wanted to take a trip into the big city, because if you guys did not know, Wyatt's birthday was on Wednesday, so Anthony and I had a few things we wanted to get still that we needed to get for him, his birthday and his birthday party and all that good stuff. So Melanie said she would keep an eyeball on Wyatt for us. We loaded up the flatbed trailer because there was a couple other bigger items we did want to purchase in the big city while we were there, and we hooked it up. And we decided, hey, we're gonna make sure we get all the morning chores done. And Anthony went over and was taking care of the chickens. And I decided, hey, I'm gonna take care of the cats and the dogs. So I was standing on the house deck, feeding the animals and just kind of maintaining the peace up here, watching them. And Anthony was actually right here, filling up the chicken water with the hose. And he got the lid on and he went to grab the water, and he I seen it with my eyes. He picked it up and he twisted his back instead of moving his legs, and he fell to his knees. He was down on the ground. I could tell he was in a lot of pain. He said, "Oh no," I threw out my back, and instantly, all these thoughts starts rushing through my head, and I'm offering, what can I do to help? I don't know what to do. And Anthony's like, well, take the water over to the chickens and I'm gonna try to get into the house. And I said, okay. So I take the chickens' water over to the chickens and I head back into the house, and Anthony has made it inside and he is sitting by the kitchen table, sitting on in the chair, and he's in pain, and he's talking about how bad it hurts and how he knew from the moment he picked up that water and felt that pain that he was gonna be down. He said that it hurts so bad. He's never felt it this bad before. And I basically was like, well, what are we gonna do? You know, we had all these plans today, and Anthony said, we might need to ixnay on our plans for the day. So of course, like I mentioned, guys, it was going to be Wyatt's birthday that next day, so we had a few things that we needed to rush out and get, and we were like down to the wire on getting all of this material and stuff. So Anthony and I both decided, hey, we're not gonna go to the big city. We're gonna not head there. We're just gonna head to our town. Maybe on the way we will swing by our doctor and see if there's anything he can do for Anthony to help kind of relieve some of his pain. Maybe they can tell what's wrong with him right away. Can't really do that with back pain, but so we hopped in my car and we drove into town. So on our way into town, we swung by our doctor's office, and of course there is a sign posted on the door that they are no longer at that location, that they have moved to the big city. So Anthony and I, we get on the phone, we call and see if we can maybe get into an appointment right away, and maybe we'll just do our normal plans, but we just wouldn't make it to the dump that day, and we wouldn't be able to get the bigger items that we wanted to purchase. Well, we couldn't get in until later that day, and we kind of tried to figure out if we can maybe make it work with what we wanted to accomplish for the day, but unfortunately that did not happen. So we ended up heading into town, and I drove past the hospital and I asked Anthony, I said, hey, do you want to stop by the emergency room? We got into the emergency room, filled out all the paperwork. The wait really wasn't that bad, so we got pretty much in right away. The doctor came in and seen us and took a look at Anthony, could tell Anthony was in pain. They asked Anthony, you know, rate your pain from a 1 to a 10, and Anthony rated it as an 8, so that was pretty high. He kind of looked around, kind of inspected him a little bit, asked him a bunch of questions. So ended up not really finding out too much of like why his back hurt, but more or less just giving us options to help kind of relieve some of the pain. So we ended up spending a couple hours there. It wasn't too bad, so we spent a couple hours there, and Anthony was in excruciating pain, but we ended up stopping by our local Walmart on our way home, and as fast as we could, we rushed through the store. Poor Anthony, he toughed and bared it, and he was kind of just slowly creeping around with the cart and stuff, and I was making it as fast as I could to try to make sure I got everything I needed to get for Wyatt's birthday stuff. I actually decided not to buy any of the food or any of the items that I needed for his party, that I would go and do that later on that week. So it was a very quick trip. I don't think I've ever been in and out of Walmart so fast. So we got in and out of Walmart really quickly. We stopped by, we got Anthony's prescriptions. He took some of the prescriptions. So Anthony ended up kind of just taking it easy for the rest of the day, and I took care of him. I made sure that he was fed and had water and was just relaxing. So that's how our Tuesday went. We had a very kind of odd week this week, guys. So Wednesday was Wyatt's birthday. He had a whole entire menu planned of food that he had wanted. So he requested waffles for breakfast. If you guys catch us on the Vibe, you'll see that I did make him some waffles and eggs and sausage. Big breakfast. He ate so much food that day, guys. He also requested that we make him some hot dogs for lunch. So he had some hot dogs and mac and cheese. And then Wyatt for dinner, guys, he requested his favorite meal of all, and that's my meatloaf with mashed potatoes and a vegetable, and that's what he got. So, and to top it all off too, guys, I also made him some brownies, and I threw in some white chocolate chips and chocolate chips in there, so I threw a little extra in there for him, and he just loved it. I mean, he was just so full and just loving it, having a good time. He mainly kind of just hung out with us all day on his birthday. We let him open up a couple presents. He did get a pogo stick for his birthday. I thought that was very cool. And I will tell you this, guys, every day since he got it, he's been out here at least 4 or 5 times a day. And I'm sure if it wasn't so hot outside, he would probably be out here a lot more. But he's been practicing and he's getting really, really good. And I think that was an awesome present. So during Wyatt's birthday, Anthony's back was hurting him. He was in a lot of pain, but he was doing his best to make sure that he was so much involved in Wyatt's birthday, and Wyatt was hanging out with him inside Thunderdome, so Anthony wasn't totally by himself on Wyatt's birthday, and you know, partaking in helping me cook some of the food and just all that stuff, kind of moving around a little bit, but he was still in a lot of pain. On Thursday morning, we woke up, Anthony was still hurting that day, so he decided he was gonna probably be taking it easy again. That was okay because I actually wanted to do some prep work and stuff for Wyatt's party because we are having his birthday party on Saturday. So I wanted to kind of maybe get a head start so I didn't overwhelm myself on Friday and then overwhelm myself totally on Saturday. So I ended up like cleaning the house and working on my grocery list because I hadn't gone grocery shopping. I hung up some of Wyatt's birthday decorations. I'm just making sure the mood is set for Wyatt's birthday party. Got all that stuff done on Thursday, and Wyatt was just excited when he saw all his birthday decorations up and seen how cool, because you know what, guys, this is actually like one of the first birthday parties we've held in our house since it's actually been like pretty much done. The very first birthday party was Anthony's birthday party, but I don't think we had like the drywall and stuff in our living room painted, and I know we didn't have the kitchen then. So very exciting stuff for Wyatt on his birthday. Here it is, guys. It is on Friday. Anthony's back. It is still hurting, but it is doing so much better. I would say he's actually up and moving around a lot more. He came out this morning and helped me do some of the morning chores with the animals. He did not touch the chicken water. That was on me. I touched it. I carried it for him. So I've been making sure Anthony's just kind of moving slowly, but you know, he needs to stay active. I don't want him to really strain himself, but I don't want him to get too comfortable to where it gets twice as hard to kind of get up and moving again, especially after having some back pain. If you guys know what back pain, nobody wants back pain. It's the worst kind of pain in the world. So I got all of the grocery shopping done for Wyatt's birthday party. I got some of the stuff all set up for his party. We got tons of stuff going on. I've been holding down the fort while Anthony's been down, and I'll tell you what, guys, it has been a little bit of a struggle without his help around, but we've been making do with what we've got going on. Tomorrow is Wyatt's birthday party. We got Drifting Dreamers 5 coming over. Of course, Mel and Gary from Simple Life Reclaimer coming over. We got Mama V from Possum Run Homestead coming over. We got David from Come On Homesteading coming over. Anthony's mom, Charlene from Now What, Travel Ready on a Not So Simple Road. We got all kinds of people coming over to come eat and hang out with Wyatt and celebrate his birthday and hang out with all of us, and I'm so looking forward to it. And I'm sure Wyatt is really looking forward to this party. So we're gonna just take it easy for the rest of the day. Looking forward to the party tomorrow, guys, and hopefully next week we can get right back on track with what we got going on. We don't know if our ceiling for Wyatt's room is in yet. We have ordered it. Just because of what's been going on, we haven't had a really good chance to follow up with that, so hopefully that is ready. We do have plans to make it into the big city, like I mentioned, guys. We do have some things we want to buy, so we can at least attempt to maybe finish up this house here soon, hopefully soon. Hopefully this week that we've been down won't stop progress on what we got going on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and remember, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. Like I mentioned, guys, we have so many exciting things coming up with our house to try to finish this, so I would not want you guys to miss anything, so make sure you are subscribed, and we will catch you guys all on the next one. Bye.